Hey guys, so Visual Studio IDE 2019 is officially released. So in this video, we are going to see how we can install Visual Studio IDE 2019 on our Windows operating system. So first of all, open your favorite browser and search for Visual Studio. And here is the link which you need to click, which is visualstudio.microsoft.com. So we are going to click on this link. And then on the left hand side, you can see Visual Studio IDE and you will see different versions available for download. So for now, we are going to download the community version. So I'm going to just click on the community 2019 and the download will start hopefully in few seconds. So you can see this vs_community.exe file is not really big. It's around 1.3 megabyte, but I think at the time of installation, we need internet connection in order to install Visual Studio IDE. So I'm going to click on the save file button. And once this file is saved, I'm just going to click on this exe file. This is the easy part. And then I'm going to click on yes, and I'm going to minimize the browser. So here is the first step, Visual Studio installer. Before you get started, we need to set up few things so that you can configure your installation. I will just click on continue, and then I will wait for this process to be completed. So it seems that installation of this first step is done, and we are waiting for the next step. And now we can see this kind of Visual Studio installer window. So here in few seconds, you will see this window where you need to choose the workloads. So there are several workloads available here. So depending upon your preferences, you can choose these workloads. So for now, I'm going to choose the .NET desktop workload. And the other workloads you can also download and install later. So you don't need to choose each and every workload for now. You can choose the workload you require at the moment, and then later also you can install these workloads as you require them. And you can see on the right hand side the total space required for the particular workload. So for example, I choose one more workload here for the Node.js development also, then this space requirement will be greater. So I'm going to just choose this one for now, which is .NET desktop development workload, and then I'm going to click on install. And now I will wait for this process to be completed. So this is around 4.5 gigabyte workload, which is to be downloaded. So this might take some time to download and install this workload.
So when you have, as in the video, as I've told you, after you have your installation with the .NET workload, let's open it then. So you go to the center and then you just write Visual Studio, you get Visual Studio. So it'll open like this. So let's just wait for it to finish. Let's see. So you'll get this. So basically, I'll say just create a new project. With me, I don't know why, but it's really okay. So first of all, what you go is you do, and you in the search bar you type blank solution, not blank solution. So you get this thing pop up automatically. If you have correctly installed with the .NET workload in the installation screen as shown in the video, then you'll get this blank screen, blank solution. So you'll open this. Let's say a trial DLL is our solution name. So we'll create this thing. So we'll create, it obviously will take some time. So it opens like this. So if you could see, this is how it would open. There won't be a lot. There will be just one thing. You have to really keep care that Solution Explorer is there. If Solution Explorer is not there, I think so you can go somewhere over here. I think yes, Control Alt L you can press and get the Solution Explorer, because like we usually do most of the things with the Solution Explorer and not with going to the file and etc. So yeah, so let's start. And then what do we do is we go to add, we add a new project. You add a new project, then you type in here Windows Forms app, Windows Forms app. So you'll see Windows Forms and app, you can write here. So you'll see these things, but what we have to search actually is with Visual Basic, as we are performing it with Visual Basic and not C#. Yes, okay. So you'll find it over here. So there'll be written Visual Basic, Windows and desktop. This should be there. This is 2019, so this is the latest version and there is no changes to this. So you have to follow this. So you open, you click this. So now you have to make a thing, right? So yeah, something, you have to name it something. So let's name it calculations, calc. Let's just name it calc, because we'll be doing plus minus into divide. So, and you create it. So it will take some time again, right? It will stutter, etc., etc. So as you can see, this thing is created. So this is our form. So what is a form? If you have done GUI designing in Java, or you have done Android development, you know what a form is. And basically it is like a activity in Android or just the GUI window. So you have to design. So over here, if you see where the cursor is pointing, there is something called toolbox. So you click on the toolbox, and then you have sort of what would be there. Say we want a label, right? So we want a label. So we want a label. We want many labels actually. So this is label one, right? Similarly, we want actually many labels. So let's just label. Let's just place label 2 over here and label 3 over here, right? And then let's just arrange them. Label. Let's just say label and say label, right? After you click the label, you select a label, then you go to this Team Explorer, right? Then properties, and this is the properties. Just like in GUI and in Android, this is the same thing. So what you do here is you set the text name, what is the text field that is going to be there. So I'll set it to be number one, and I'll press enter. This would change. Similarly, I'll do number two, and this is your result, right? So this is a result field. So we are going to take result. Now we'll go here and we'll get text box. So here you can find text box. It's really easy if you ask me. And this is your text box. Actually, I'll just drag it over here. I'll tell you the reason later. So yeah, so there is the text box goes there, then another text box goes there. So you have these things. Now you go over here again, and now you have to get button. So you get buttons. So first button is going to be here. I hope. I am just doing it on whatever I feel right. It might not look perfect, but okay, whatever it is, it's fine, right? Anyways, you're just performing a practical and not really doing anything else. Okay, so again, similarly, just according to your preference, whatever you want to do, just name them. Subtract. You could also name it sub, but okay. Multiply and divide. So yes, and then the result would be stored here. In the execution, you'll place a number over here, a number over here, you'll press 1, result will show. Press again subtract, the subtraction will show. Multiplication, the multiplication will show, and division will show. Then what do we do is, I think you just go to solution, you add a new project again. Yes. And this time you search the keywords empty. So you search keywords empty project, and you need a VB. So VB is also like a window and VB written above. So you can see that. So you'll select this, and now what is this? So you have to name this. Let's just name it DLL Calc. So create. So we'll create this now. I think you have to go and add a module now. You go and add a module. So you go and add a module. Yeah, you name this module. VB is automatically comes, so just name it anything. Let's say calculation. You can name it anything you want to. So basically this file is there now. So here you are supposed to give functions. So how do you write functions, you would say? So it would come module calculation, but there is one thing that you need to do over here. So you need to do public over here. Just put public so that other things can access this thing, right? So now we have to write functions over here. Yeah, so let's write functions. So starts off with the keyword public. So pressing a tab would auto-complete it. A public function, you just write public function, right? Function name, whatever, add. Then you write, see, there is by ref and by val. So we write by val. What is by val? By val is by value. By value n1. N1 is an variable. As again we write integer, right? And similarly we write by val n2 as integer. Sorry, integer. Yes. there is no sort of thing. And whenever you press enter, you get an end function over here. So you got an end function over here. Now you have to write what does add mean basically over there. Right? So what does add mean? So add means nothing, but you have to return. What do you have to return? You have to return n1 plus n2. Right? And it will indent on its own. So let's just copy it for quick things because we will be writing 4 of these. So, oh, sorry, extremely sorry. Yeah, and so we have 4 functions now, and we all are add. So we'll just make this guy a subtract and make a negative sign over here. This guy is multiply and star sign over here, and this has divide. Oh, sorry, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Divide, yes, and a bar symbol here, yes, and that's the end of your function thingy. So this is your function, whatever you have written. This is your basically the module which it will be referring. Save it. Then what you do is you'll go to the DLL calc and you'll click properties. You'll click to go to properties, and then from Windows Forms application you'll change it to class library, because we are going to use this as a library and we are implementing the library. So yeah, so after this happens, what you do is you go and you double click over here. So after you double click a button, so say you clicked, I'll show you again. After you double click a button, you'll be redirected to a form, which basically happens in Android or GUI as well. I think GUI I'm not sure, but Android it definitely happens. So yes, so you'll be sent here. So this is auto generated just as Android we did. So text box, so text box 3 dot text, right, is equal to DLL, we'll just put DLL calc, right, dot add, right, and then val, and use val text box 1 dot text and comma val, then text box 2 dot text. Yeah, that's enough. The error, I'll tell you how to resolve it later, but right now we'll go again back to the form. We'll click on all the 4 buttons actually, so that we could get all the functions, and then we can use our copy paste techniques to do it faster. So we now have all the 4 functions that we need. So button 1 dot click, button 2 click, this is the name of the function, and etc. This is your handles, whatever it handles. So we'll just copy this basically. Yes, we'll copy this one. So we copy this and we paste this. Just do something with it. Indenting, there is no need of indentation, just for it to look good. Yeah. So we'll have this, right? So there was add. If you remember what was in DLL calc, so here what was it is in calculation.vb. So here we wrote add, subtract, multiply, divide. That's what we are going to write in this. So add, subtract, multiply, right? Multiply, and then divide. Right? So you'll have this thing. Now there are errors. If you can see, there is an highlighted error and it says DLL calc is not declared, right? DLL calc is not declared. So how do you fix this? So what do you do is you go to calc, right? And then you right click on calc, right? Then you add, and then you added reference. So add a reference. Then you usually you'll be in this assemblies. So you go down to this projects, you click projects, then you select this, and then you click OK. So as you can see, all the things are resolved now. Everything is resolved. Really nice. Looks really nice. As far as the program is concerned, we'll save this guy. So everything is saved, right? Calculation.vb is there, form1.vb, etc. We have written the DLL code as well. Yeah. So yeah, then what do? When the things have disappeared, yeah. So you build a solution. I'll show you in the bottom of what is going on. So debug CPU. Okay. So 2 succeeded, 0 failed, 0 up to date, 0 skipped, etc. Now you press this button and your execution will start. Now build has succeeded. It's going ready. Okay. Now it has opened. So you do this. So the processor and MB and everything is shown over here, right? The CPU task scheduling if somebody asks you. So you add it, you get a 4. You subtract it, you get a 0. You multiply it, you get a 4, and you divide it, you get a 1. If you put 0, I think so you'll get infinity. See, you also get division by infinity. Really nice. So, something to, if you put 0, I think so you'll get 0. And subtract 2, add 2. Yeah. That's basically it for DLL, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.